What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, managing editor, Fightful.com, FightfulWrestling.com. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, get all kinds of cool news videos, podcasts. You know the drill. Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho never considered CM Punk a locker room leader. This according to a conversation they had on the Talk is Jericho podcast. Here's the story as it appears on Fightful.com. Jericho was joined by members of the Elite for a special roundtable discussion, and the conversation began with the group discussing the leader of the Bullet Club and how the group, prior to Jay White's arrival, never had a leader. Cody said, quote, "No one ever says I'm the leader. The first person who says that, especially, there's a thing in wrestling, the locker room leader. Whenever somebody says I'm a locker room leader, you definitely know that guy is not the locker room leader. That's 100%. At one point, Chris Jericho chimed in and asked Cody, quote, "Do you remember this weird? We had this weird locker room meeting in WWE once where CM Punk said that. Do you remember that?" Cody said that Punk would call himself the locker room leader multiple times. Jericho says, "I remember he said, as the locker room leader." And I'm like, "You don't lead me." Cody then told the story of a locker room meeting held by Punk that didn't go over well with a certain veteran on the roster. He said, quote, "It worked on a certain demo of the locker room, but there was one meeting where Booker T was in the room and Punk hit as the locker room leader, I'm telling all you guys to pick up your trash." And Booker literally threw his trash on the floor and said, "He's not telling me to pick up my trash." They had this whole interaction. Glenn Jacobs is the only actual locker room leader. He's the mayor now, end quote. Jericho ended the conversation by saying he would listen to Kane if Kane told him to pick up his trash, but wasn't about to listen to CM Punk. What do you all think of this? Is this sour grapes on Jericho's part? We know that Jericho did reach out to Punk a few years ago about having him on his podcast, and Punk kind of singled him out. But, I mean, Cody shared his version of the story as well. What do you think? If you were to pick, who would you assume that the locker room leader would be? Leave a thumbs up, subscribe. We're out.